I don't have to navigate to an application. I don't have to click on menus. I just ask questions and I get answers, right? So that's the beauty of it. Now, once I ask these questions, I can say, I don't like something, and then I can drill down and try to improve it and then deploy it and so on, right? So I think you get where we're going with this, right? Okay, so that's the part of getting information in, getting information out, right? Let's look at a little bit about predictive analytics, right? So again, here we're looking at a process mining solution that we provide. And what we are doing is, we are looking at your production processes as they're running multiple hundreds of thousands or millions of times, and then based on that, we can predict how incomplete processes will end, right? So what you see here is you have some steps in a process that are completed, and then based on that, I can predict what's going to happen, in the future, right? And these predictions will predict things about future events, tasks, task durations, inter-task durations, to tell you how a given process is likely to complete, and therefore should you adjust something now before it's too late, right? And getting this information helps you continuously improve what you're doing, and then using those improvements and feeding it back into the loop to again make better predictions and better models and better improvements, right? So again, this is a continuous process where real time, or not real time, but say near real time data, process data is being fed into systems, and then those systems are telling you what's going to happen, and then you're using that information to actually improve or modify the processes before it's too late, okay? So that's the power of predictive analytics. That another thing that you can do if you create a digital twin. Okay, and then next, right, this is on the design part, okay? So once you have understanding of your processes and you're monitoring them, you can now do what if analysis through simulation, right? So what simulation helps you do is multiple things. The first part is decision support, right? I'm trying to make a decision about investment. I need to run that decision by the model and see what the model will predict, right? So if I say, okay, I'm going to buy a machine or I'm going to hire more people, then to support that decision, I can run simulations on the model, and the model will tell me what kind of returns I should expect from making those decisions or making those investments, okay? The next thing it will do is it will also do a what if analysis, right? So it will actually take multiple things you could do, multiple actions, and tell you, okay, which one will improve what things, and how should you trade off, right? So that's the what if part. It will also give you some predictions, right, on how fast will your backlog grow if you remain under resource, right? If you increase your production capacity, will your warehouse management processes be able to keep up, right? So for example, if I'm building things faster, it's a good thing, but if they're sitting in a warehouse and building inventory and I'm not able to ship them fast enough, then that's a bad thing, right? That doesn't help me. So it will actually help you make those kind of projections or predictions. And then finally, right, if something is wrong, it will do root cause analysis. It will say, okay, well, there's a bottleneck, but then what is causing the bottleneck, right? So if I see multiple areas where my process is blocked as I'm running these simulations, it will tell me why they're blocked, and then what should I do to unblock things, right? So again, this is very powerful, right? Because you're doing all of this to a virtual digital model, and you haven't spent any money trying all this out in production, which is a very expensive process, right? You're able to do all of this to the model, and then once you're happy with your results, you can then say, okay, fine, now I'm ready to spend money, and now I'm ready to deploy these. And then when you do, you can use discovery to measure back the results and then feed it back into this, right? So again, you have a way of continuously improving, you have a way of continuously keeping the model up to date. And then that's the beauty of the digital twin.